Okay, so these are my onions that I ordered in the mail. We're planting onions 3 different ways. The first way was with the bulbs that we bought just from a local store around here, and we planted those a while ago. And then these are starts that we ordered from Gurney's. So these should get to be pretty good sized onions because it is their first year, whereas in those onions it is their second year. And then the last way is at home. This is at our property across the road, and at home I planted the ones that I started from seed. So today my helpers and I are going to plant these. We have Albion Strawberries from the Indiana Berry Plant Company, and they look really good from what I can tell. We have 500 strawberry plants. I think it's like 25 pounds of strawberry plants, and we're getting ready to plant them. Got my helpers taking care of some weeds. One's watering the apple trees. We're gonna plant these things. Okay, so these two are the rows we're going to put most of our strawberries in, but I think if I'm hopeful I can get 400 in these 2 rows, and that's most of them. So we'll have some spillover we'll plant in other places. We have this weed barrier down on these 2 rows because strawberries don't like to sit on wet or the soil. It'll attract bugs and it'll make them rot, and I don't really have straw to put down, and if I did I think it would just blow away. So we are going to use this weed barrier, and the biggest problem is how do you get the holes in it? And so we have this propane torch, and we will just burn holes where we're going to put the strawberries. So I'll show you that here in just a minute. Okay, so I disconnected our watering system. I don't want to risk accidentally burning holes in that. That would be really disappointing to have to redo that. So I just disconnected it, and this part here I'm just lifting it up so I can burn underneath it. So I will show you what it looks like to burn these holes. So burning it melts the plastic around the edges, and so it doesn't fray. Like if I would just cut it, it could keep tearing. And so this is the way we like to do it. And it's not perfect, but it works pretty well. And this will keep the weeds down and protect the berries from sitting on the dirt. So we're gonna go all the way down both rows and do these holes, and then we will plant our strawberries. don't dry out while we're planting. So we tease apart a strawberry. See that, Drake? And on this strawberry, there is, this is 2 strawberries. Okay, there. Now we got 1 strawberry. So you can see there's a couple parts. There's the roots. You see all the roots, Drake? And then there's the crown, which is this part here that the strawberry grows out of. So this one has already been growing. It has a green leaf there and a new leaf there. So when we're planting this strawberry, we want the dirt to cover all the roots and come halfway up the crown. If it comes up over the top of the crown, your strawberry will die. If it doesn't come up to the crown, if it just stops at the roots, your strawberry will dry out.
And die.
Okay, so it needs to come halfway up the crown, which sounds easy, but it's not quite as easy as it sounds. So let's see, we will try to do this one right here. Okay, so first we need a hole, and Drake, as Alexis has discovered, we have cardboard under these rows, and so you can only go down as far as the cardboard is.
Why can't you just take your hand and rip it out?
Well, we don't want to rip out the cardboard. There's a weed barrier. It will dissolve. So I just I've got some of the cardboard right there.
It rips it out.
But it is starting to break down, which is awesome. That's what we need it to do. And it is preventing some weeds from growing. Okay, so ideally, you dig a hole as deep as your roots are. That's not a possibility for us. So what we want to do is try to make our roots spread out to the sides, if possible, and not bunch them up too much, okay? So then we're going to fill back in, holding on to that crown. And we want to make sure we don't cover the crown, but we want to make sure that we come halfway up the crown. We also don't really want our berries sitting in a hole where the water just sits on them. They like drainage. That's why they like being planted in a mound. Just try to put as much of this back in as we can. And so we haven't covered that crown, but we've come up on that crown. See that? And that's how we plant a strawberry. So Alexis has planted quite a few, but we have so many more to go. And we did get 198 holes in this row, so almost our 200. So I feel pretty good about that. Toadies are my kiddos' best friends on the farm. They're a gardener's friend too. They're just so sweet and innocent. And we are very happy that these toadies made it through such a dry winter. Very happy to see them.
I want to show you something. Him going in the door.
Oh, he does go in. Yeah, you made a pretty good home for him.
Mama?
Uh-huh. Today we are finally planting our asparagus. It's been waiting and waiting and waiting for the right conditions to get out here. I tried before this rain and the ground was just too hard to dig. And so then we got our really good rain. We got a little over 2 inches. And so we were able to dig our holes. We're supposed to do trenches, but it's so much digging. So we just dug deep holes. And then we're setting our asparagus down in them and filling up with a lot of dirt. Not completely to the top. We'll probably come back later and fill that in, maybe with some good compost or something. But I got my helper and we are planting our asparagus. Good morning. What are we up to? Burr. 50 degrees isn't warm enough for you? Drake, what are we up to?
Planting.
Do you know what we're planting?
Beans, flowers, and squash.
It's good. About every 4 inches, I think. And I was at 3.
I'll just follow your line.
Running?
Goose! Oh, I just did it over Sunday. I was right here and then it found me. I didn't go and
Okay, nice.
They got me any help.